Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So, I'm checking in with our good friend Fournival here, the rich merchant. Super rich, mega rich merchant. Let's see, we just got him acquitted in a trial. He was accused of basically corruption, I guess. So come back here to check up on him. Hey, what's going on? We just saved your butt. And he just has another quest for us. So,
mercy to listen to my request.
thus the way of things in RPGs. Okay, so he has something to do with his daughter.
I do not know what to do without your help. I leave shortly for a meeting of
Let's see.
fit to take a full day. I cannot but attend. Of all the luck, it falls upon the day I promised my Simone I'd take her through the city. I would ask that you escort her in my stead, sir. You can see her there. I'll not lie to you. She is a spitfire, like to rival the worm.
Okay, so this is a very, very important side quest. Possibly one of the most important side quests that we could do in the entire game. You'll see why at the end, assuming I don't completely botch it. It's also very, very particular.
But I will reward you handsomely.
As he mentioned, she is a bit of a spitfire.
I fear I must leave presently.
Just kind of an
Ask her
understatement.
directly if you have any further questions. My thanks, sir.
So we need to be very careful. We can't bump into her or injure her.
Simone. 'Tis my name, Simone.
Or pick her
I've
up
never seen
or
him arisen before.
anything
With
awkward like that.
A plainer look than I'd expected.
We have to be very prim and proper in this
I
quest.
will admit, it does not sadden me to know I'll not be walking the city with my father. He is a fool, and terribly common. You, at least, are of a rarer sort. Very well, I've decided it. You shall be my page for the day.
Yeah, very charming little girl
I'll do
there.
as you're bidden. Am I understood? A fine
Yes,
response.
ma'am.
We'll get on well, you and I. We shall begin at the fountain square. Come.
So the trick to this quest is just to not anger her. So we need to stay close to her, not let her get too far ahead.
Come along.
Make sure that we don't like get ahead of her or bump into her or anything like that. She'll have some requests throughout this. We're going to have to, I believe, like play hide and seek with her.
Knight's champion. But who?
She fell there. Just kind of need to let her
Not bad.
walk it off and do her own thing. I forget what all her requests are. I do remember hide and seek is one of them.
Hello. Why do you suppose the dragon attacks mankind? Are we a particular delicacy? And pray, what was it eating until now? The Duke and his men are all doing their best, I've no doubt. But oft a man's best is far from enough.
Yep, so we're essentially acting as like a bodyguard or a manservant to her. Something along those lines. Some combination of the two. It's a fairly boring quest. We're just
You're
wandering
risen
around the
for a
town with her.
servant. Yes, I think I like this. Tell me, Paige, do you find it diverting to travel about slaying monsters each day? I should think anyone with dreams of felling the dragon well deluded indeed. 'Tis mad, really, for a human to slay the worm. Still, Grand Soren will be safe enough, will it not? You'd hope so, with all the guards about.
At least she talks a lot. Prevents me from having to provide a lot of commentary because there's not a lot of commentary to be found here. Yeah. Also, good grief, she is so slow. I gotta be also careful not to like accidentally pull up my weapons to kind of startle her or alarm her, anything like that.
Just walking about is dreadful dull, don't you think?
Here we go, here's our first
Ah.
request.
You are a fair hand at hunting, are you not? Let's have a game of hide and seek. I shall be the one to hide, naturally. Come and find me, if you're able. I should think it a simple task for the Arisen. I suppose we'll know anon.
So I believe we just need to find her as quickly as possible in this instance. And she ran off to the square here, to the kind of the main area. I do know there are a few places where she can be. Ah, that was easy.
Here we can rest. My, sir, I am impressed. I had feared you would give it up for a child's game, but it seems you're not encumbered by pride.
Like we talked to her again to keep going.
I'm
Okay.
tired of this place. Next to the markets. Come along.
So hooray, let's go wander around the markets with you, you obnoxious little brat. This isn't too terribly bad. I think the long walk down here is probably the worst part of the quest. Actually, I take that back, because now we're just going to stand here and wait for her to decide not to buy this junk. Ugh. And I think we might get in trouble, like, if we talk to anybody else. So I'm just going to kind of hang back and let her do her thing. Hoping my idiot pawns don't screw this up for me, because that would be bad. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward quest. She tells you exactly what she wants you to do. As long as you do that, and you are, generally speaking, polite, you know, you don't want to, like, run into her and bump her, knock her over, or anything like that. Ha! Where are you going? There we go. Yeah, fairly straightforward. Where are you running to? I don't want to while away hours, I just want this quest to be over. I want to get our prize. Oh, where are we going now?
Can go no further. I am half dead of thirst. Pray, go and fetch me
So this is
some
our
water
second request.
in a proper flagon, naturally. Am I understood?
She wants a flagon of water. We actually
Oh, I am in a...
have a flask of water, so I'm going to give her that.
Ah, thank you. 'Tis a shame to waste you as food for the dragon, sir. You make a fine page.
Oh, that's good to know. We make a fine page. Then we talk to her to
I should
continue.
think you fleet of foot to keep pace with the creatures you fight. What say you to a contest? I'll race you to... There. See that gate?
So I believe this is our third request here.
And pray, run in earnest, sir. I will not be patronized.
And as she mentions, she wants us to run in earnest. However, as you might suspect, we probably do need to let her win. But it needs to be close, right? I don't want to let her win in a very obvious fashion, even though I could probably outrun her quite easily. So yeah, welcome to the trickiest part of the entire quest. Where did she go? There she is. You don't actually have to like hit the run button, you can just kind of keep moving quickly. I'm kind of taking a long route. Basically, I'm going to want to let her beat me by a hair, so I'm going to kind of zigzag and just stay right behind her as much as I can. I mean, I could actually like sprint, but that seems like overkill here. I think this is about a good distance. I want to stay about this far behind her.
I won! I bested the Arisen!
Hooray!
It was simpler than I thought. For a hero, you're nearly as slow as father. I grow tired. I've had enough walking about for one day.
Oh, thank
Father will
goodness.
be coming home ere long. Let us return as well. You will
Hooray!
return home, naturally.
Yeah, we don't actually have to escort her home. That is automatic. Thank goodness.
My thanks, sir, and well done. I knew you were the one to ask.
Hooray! We
My
get our
daughter sang
reward!
your praises. It seems the Arisen commands the hearts of more than just pawns.
Here we go. The whole reason that we did this.
Directly the next time I've a need.
I've learned what to do.
Hooray! Some experience and money! Woo! No, that's actually not what matters here.
I thank you for today. It was quite the diversion. Are you very close with my father? I should hope to see you again soon, sir. I shall allow you to accompany me anytime you wish. For now, take this. 'Tis a token of my esteem.
Ooh, a token of her esteem. Gold idol. So if you remember from the last video, we picked up some new quests to find a fantastic idol that will allow a couple of our shopkeepers to get some new wares. So that is the gold idol, the one and only. What do you have to say, Zeus?
Some day we've had. Still, she seemed pleased, and I'm not sad to see a day without blood spilt.
Oh, very philosophical.
Scraped past by the skin of my
Okay, now
teeth.
we're going to talk to him about
Bit
the
of help
trial
for you.
that we helped him with.
Any rarities to sell?
So let's see what he has to sell for now. All these periapts. The Pilgrim's Charm is an interesting item. Affects a single target. Protect status. So that means it'll prevent status effects like poison and curse and those sorts of things. Grants wheel and grants prosperity. I forget which is which. I believe one of those is extra experience gain or discipline gain, something like that. But one of them is extra monetary gain, I believe. I don't know. That's a fantastic boost. Maker's Finger, $270,000 arrow that you can shoot from your bow. Unbelievably powerful. Fairy Stone. Now Fairy Stones only cost 900. That is ridiculously cheap. And then Dragon's Gaze. A fossilized dragon's eye with the power to locate Wakestone shards and note their location on your map. Its power fades after one use. We could buy a whole bunch of those, and it would highlight Wakestone shards on our map for a time. Wakestone shards, those are also being sold for a much cheaper price. Only 13,000 instead of like the 20,000 or whatever they were earlier. Magnanimous Cloak. A magical cloak that shares the wearer's health and stamina recovery effects with other party members. So whenever somebody is wearing this cloak, if they get a healing spell cast on them or they eat a curative like a mushroom or green wash or something like that, that will affect the entire party instead of just one person. That's a fantastic little rarity there. However, I have no real desire for any of these things, at least not yet. But still good to have this shop available
Right.
in case we do need to buy some of those buffs and things, which we might later on. So yeah, that is one quest down. That was pretty fantastic. We got the gold idol. Let's see. I'm not entirely certain who I want to give it to. I think probably Madeline, because I do seem a bit more focused on the magical types. That's kind of the route that I'm taking with both myself and my own main pawn, Lucy. And she sells the best magical equipment. We're also both female characters, so she might be able to get like a dress or something else that is only equipable by women. So that seems like a pretty good idea to me. Yeah, and then I can give Caxton the golden idol, or the silver idol, pardon me. I can give him the silver idol later. Now, also, we can go to the Black Cat here and talk to Mountebank. Whatever, however you pronounce that name. Talk to the dude who runs the Black Cat shop. He can duplicate items. He can create forgeries if he shows up. There we go.
The Duke's gone well and truly mad with his business of researching the dragon. Sure, there are writings of the sort left in ruins and the like, but who's to say who wrote them, and for what purpose? The most of them are fiction and fancy, pure and simple. Some self-important bastard with a bit of learning strings together a few lines, and there's your precious text. A piece of friendly advice. Forget the Duke, and bring any text of that sort to private collectors. You'll be
Interesting
far better
opinion.
rewarded that way. I'm sure you'll find
So we can forge items, and we can actually have him forge the, like the golden idol, and then we would potentially have 2 of them. However, the very notoriously fussy and temperamental artisan would probably be able to tell the difference between a forgery and one of his own golden idols that he created himself. So that actually has a negative impact on
An
their
idol.
wares here.
Wonderful. I was right to trust in you for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give her the gold idol. Jeez, I'm tripping over my words already.
An icon bestowed upon only the most valued customers. It bears a curious look, almost mystical, would you agree? The weaponsmith will see me now, and no delay. What a coup for my humble shop. You've done me a great service, Arisen. I shall plan to repay the favor when next I receive new inventory. Until then, may the Maker guide your steps. You'll find naught but the fine...
Cool, so I think it takes like a day or a couple of days for her to actually upgrade her inventory, but that will happen, and next time I come back there, she will have much better stuff to sell. So that is incredibly exciting. And now I want to get that bronze idol, or the bronze, jeez, I keep mixing up my words. Apologies. Silver idol, the next best one, and get that to Caxton. Let's at least get that and turn it in. So I think that's going to be my next quest that I focus on here. So let's see, we can go meet with a couple folks at night in the castle gardens. 5 King Baileys, not going to get those anytime soon. 10 Sulphur Saurians, we can go fight those. They're not too bad to find. 13 Stout Undead up near the Abbey, we could do that. 10 Phantasms. But I think the Cyclops in the Frontier Caverns is going to be kind of our next big focus here. And just to look at the map and see where he's at, it's an area we've been to. So the Shadow Fort, where we failed our horrible quest to drive off the Goblin invasion. There are tunnels underground, and there was like a big old locked off area, and that was the Frontier Caverns. You'll see when we get there. And if you've been watching my videos up till now, you will know what I mean. Also, let's actually talk to him
Traveling
first.
about in this line teaches a fellow things, like how nothing stays in one place for long. People less still, my blackguard father least of all. Now, let us talk of business.
Sell some ores here. Let's sell that ledger. We no longer need that. We're done with that quest. And I forget how much it costs to upgrade the new staff. Okay, we do have enough. At some point I'm going to want to get a Favored Branches staff for Lucy and upgrade that. But that, I think, is going to be a little way out. Miasmites. So that's from Phantoms and probably Phantasms as well. And I have none. That's unfortunate. I'd love to upgrade those runic bangles. Those are going to be quite useful. Although, who knows? We might be getting some much better equipment to replace a lot of what I have now from Madeline once her shop upgrades. So getting an upgraded weapon is crucial. It's always a very important thing to do in this game. And typically one of my priorities in any video game. But, yeah, we can, I'm going to bump that over to Lucy just so I don't have it in my inventory. Yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see what Madeline has for us later. In the meantime, let's go hunt a Cyclops. That doesn't sound so bad, does it? It's a Cyclops. We have fought many of them, and they don't give us too much trouble. So, you know, what's one more, right? Also, I think we still need to kill some boar. And there's usually 2 or 3 of them wandering around right around this area. So I'm going to see if I can kill those real quick. If they're here. There they are. There's a boar. Should be a few of them. there any more boars? Please? I don't want to wander too far south because A, we're getting further away from where I want to go, and B, there's a dragon that usually shows up down here. Not a dragon, but like a drake. The lesser dragon. But still, it is more of a dragon than I can handle right now. That is darn sure. There we go. And that's, I think that's the last one. I say, immediately seeing another one in the middle of that sentence. Okay. Also, when I was resting a bunch and waiting for Fournival's trial, I had a bunch of meat in my inventory that had rotted. I haven't sold it yet. I'll go deal with that at some point, but yeah, that's kind of sad when that happens. It's already rotted now, it's not going to get any worse, so there's no point in going out of my way to deal with that yet. So here we are, this is the Goblin Fort. This is where this giant fortress stands as a monument to my failure for a quest I did not actually know I could fail. So it was interesting, it was sad. But, you know, what can you do? Oh, no. Okay, so, the goblins have all respawned, which means the ballistas are all attacking me again, and that is the worst thing ever. Oh, and I'm out of stamina. Running out of stamina, that's actually the worst thing ever. Alright, let's come up here, let's see if we can deal with this ballista first.
You can climb up to that ballista from here.
Just, the fewer things shooting at us, the better. Crap. I was hoping I could get my fire spell off before he attacked me. Alright. Let's run over here.
Insects.
Awesome. Wreck that goblin. That one's on fire, that hobgoblin there. Ooh, and I increased my rank. That's exciting. That's always exciting when that happens. Alright, so I can use this ballista here. Let's fire some explosive shots. Let's see if we can actually hit some of these other ballistas that shoot at us. I think that's one. We took a hit there. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, we can only take a couple hits with this ballista before it gets destroyed. Yep, like that. And I have been lit on fire. That's okay. Don't really care. It'll go out on its own soon enough. And I'll splat. So I'm going to run up here next to the wall just so that, oh, there's two cyclopes. I'm up here next to the wall just so that the ballista that's directly above me can't actually hit me. And I don't believe either of the ballista can hit me, which is kind of the optimal situation here. That's the goal, at least. We'll see how that actually turns out. Alright. And I took away Lucy's Thunder Spell, the high 11. We'll see why if she actually casts... Yeah, it looks like she's actually going to cast her new spell that I gave her. That's exciting. There we go. That's her new spell that she just learned. And in between some of those last couple of videos there. That was a meteor shower. If it looked like a meteor shower, that's because it was. It's a fantastic fire spell. There are multiple levels of fire spell, or of each of the 3 elemental spells, right? So, like for example, this is high angle. This is the base fire spell. So there's angle and high angle. There's 2 versions of each of the different spells. This is just fireballs. So I just shoot a normal fireball or if I have high angle and I charge up all the way, I can shoot 3 fireballs. Not that big of a deal. The advanced version creates like the second level fire spell, the tier 2 fire spell, drops. Oh, please don't kill me. It drops like a fiery wall. Does not do much in the way of damage, but it ignites enemies very, very, very easily, like at a much higher rate than normal fire spells. So that is exciting. And then the top tier, the best of the best fire spells, at least from what I have available to me so far in the game, is the one that we just saw a little while ago where it drops meteors from the sky. Super concerned by that guy with the ballista up there. Now, we have another cyclops here, so let's see if we can get him to drop his weapon at least. There we go. And then yeah, she's charging up her meteor shower spell again. She has a much higher rank than I am, so she's going to have that spell available, and I do not. Well, that's okay. 1 is just fine for now. And unfortunately, this one is armored. I think the last one had a little bit of body armor on, but this one, this Cyclops in particular, has the helmet. And the helmets are annoying because that means you can't hit them in the eye. The eye is their weak spot. Traditional Cyclops weak spot. Alright, let's cast Miasma, I guess? Maybe see if we can poison it. Just to kind of assist with things a little bit. And I'm actually going to cast Broadside here and get a little Thunder Whip action going. That should let me dish out some actual damage to this thing. And I'm curious to know if this will stun it like other thunder attacks. It looks like that's kind of a yes. I hit him in the face, and I'm using up all of my stamina with this spell here. That's okay, because we're doing a lot of damage.
Don't worry, I am.
Alright. I really wish I could get Zeus to, yeah, run in there and attack like that. Alright, just gonna keep stunning this thing. It is almost dead. And sadly, no, this is not the Cyclops that we need to defeat. That one will be coming much later. I'd like to be able to ignite him or do some sort of status effect. There we go, lit him on fire. That's something. Alright, this thing is almost dead. There we go, now it's dead. So let's see. There were some tusks around here. I think my pawns might have picked it up.
This looks interesting.
Rugged bone. I'm going to assume that's all the items that fell. Okie doke.
Tangled knot of paths inside.
And this is where we need to go. I'm going to get rid of a few of these items here. Mostly just that rugged bone. It's a bit heavy. And I've got all this rotten meat. I'm just going to discard a bunch of this stuff. No point in carrying it around. It's rotten. It doesn't really sell for anything. There we go. We're going to end up fighting a bunch of goblins and stuff down here eventually. We have to transition to the next area. I believe this area is just a nest of goblins and hobgoblins. Let's see. I'm going to equip my lantern here, and I'm actually going to have to go ahead and call this video. It is starting to run a bit long, and we still have a fair ways to go. We gotta go track down that cyclops and defeat him, and I'm sure there's not going to be any other tricks or problems, and everything's just going to go smoothly. It's just going to be a single cyclops. It's going to be easy, and we will wrap this quest up nice and easy. So, yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how it's going to go. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I will hope to see you next time.